we did have a pretty good laugh at the Brown house yesterday. My boys came home, they're like, Dad, did you hear about the Sydney Sweeney controvery? And I'm like, no, I'm all in. What's going on? Tell me about it. They go, you didn't hear about Sydney Sweeney? And I said, no, boys, honestly, I don't keep up with this stuff. What did he do? And it just busted out laughing. I thought it was a dude. I don't watch modern movies. I don't listen to pretty much any modern music. Most of it's trash. So if there's anything going on in the last 5 to 10 years, media-wise, as far as that stuff goes, I don't know. I watched Happy Gilmore too. Phenomenal, by the way. But Sydney Sweeney was in this ad for American Eagle jeans that all these leftists are calling Nazi, that they are calling racist and all this kind of stuff. So I watched the ad, and there was not only nothing like that, but my first thought actually was, I'm really glad that they put a special needs girl in an ad. That's really cool. She sounds like she's deaf. And my boys go, Dad, she's not deaf. And then my next question was, then why do all these modern girls talk like this? American Eagle jeans. Stop it. If you have daughters, tell your daughters to stop talking like that. You sound like you're special needs. That, and you mix with the fact that she's wearing mom jeans. I don't know. I grew up in a fantastic era of girls' jeans in about 2001. So I'm sorry, boys. You got to deal with the mom jeans. This is going to be a fun video. We'll tell you real quick. This is sponsored by Allegiance Gold. They are stacking gold like crazy, like ammo before deer season. They're moving it from Europe to the USA. Do not wait anymore. You've already seen the prices go up like crazy on this stuff. So while you're sitting there in your rocking chair, I want y'all to be able to look at your IRA or your 401k and just think, how nice would that be to have it shipped right to my front door? Because that's what you could be doing. Go to protectwithbuddy.com. The link is going to be below. I really, really want y'all to check these guys out. $5,000 in free medals with qualifying purchases, all right? Go check them out. All right, back to Sydney Sweeney. She's 27 years old, obviously prettier than a glob of butter melting on a biscuit. Is that her?
Yep.
Anyway, I can see what all the fuss is about. You know, she's obviously making national news now because she's being called racist and a Nazi for this ad that we're talking about, all just by saying she's got good genes. Jeans, all right? Now, for those of y'all who don't know, American Eagle actually sells blue jeans, okay? But to fat, purple-haired feminists posting all the rage stuff they're going crazy about Sydney Sweeney just by saying she's got good genes. Like this is a white thing? Like this is some kind of Nazi thing? Y'all the same people that asked us to sit completely quiet through the body positive movement, AKA fat, right? Y'all remember that whole movement? Or the black women, who I've got no problem with, by the way, wearing Black is Beautiful t-shirts really hardcore in the last 5 years or so. Or the black queen that I saw at McDonald's last week on a baseball trip. I got zero issue with that. But what would happen if my blonde-haired, blue-eyed wife walked into McDonald's in Jackson, Mississippi wearing white queen? You know what I'm saying? It's a complete double standard. So white people continually getting attacked again and again and again. It's the only race that is. And I find this fascinating, y'all, because at the end of the day, all these women who are screaming about how evil this ad is, Sydney Sweeney is only guilty of being rich, free, pretty, blonde, white, and all at the same time. That's what she's guilty of. See, this is exactly why the Democrats got absolutely obliterated in the 2024 election. Because woke is over. You gotta get with the times. This stuff is outdated. The woke stuff has gone. Bye. For the first time in like 20 years, has it been? A marketing team actually remembered that their job is to promote fantasy. Not preach, not make a political statement, but to convince people to buy a product by selling them a fantasy. And American Eagle did their jobs. So yeah, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And it's also okay to be an Anglo-Saxon. Y'all, Usain Bolt has great genes too. I'm never gonna run the 100 meter that fast. He has great genes. Since when did the whole genes thing ever become something about gender or race? This is insane. And by the way, my teenage boys love the ad. I asked them, big shocker there, by the way, right? I mean, you think about Bud Light, what they could have done differently when they lost billions and billions of dollars. They could have made billions and billions of dollars by using this girl, but nope. We want to bring back the freaks and the trans and the fat people. It's trying to sell luxury items and all this kind of stuff when you could just be using hot people again. We really are making attractive people great again. But look, if I was an overweight feminist with purple hair, Guess I would hate them too. I'd be offended right with you. You know what I'm saying? More power to you, girls. Y'all just keep on staying mad. But as a straight heterosexual male, I applaud this ad campaign. And hey, look, I guess the campaign worked because everybody's talking about it, right? At the end of the day, feminists get really mad when they realize that all the hate they spread will never make them beautiful. Y'all be good.